Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited to talk about my favourite book to film movie series of all time and just my favourite movie series of all time, and that is Harry Potter. And in the spirit of Harry Potter, I have my Harry Potter shirt and the Deathly Hallows necklace. So I'm just going to talk about the movies in order. Obviously I have all the movies, but I just wanted to talk about them. I wanted to do this video for such a while. It was one of my first ideas for when I first started doing YouTube, and I am just so happy to be doing it now. So just before we get started, I want to say that Harry Potter is one of, as I said before, is one of my favourite movie series of all time. And I don't think we'll ever get anything like this again. Has so much impact on the film industry. I've grown up on Harry Potter. I remember even going to see it when I was about 3 or 4, and I can just remember being so amazed by everything that was on the screen, and I from that day I was hooked. Today I am hooked, as you can tell. I just absolutely love the series. So let's get started. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I just love Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I know some people call it sorcerers. I don't know why it's philosophers. That makes no sense. Anyway, as I said previously, it is the first film I remember seeing in the cinema. It's probably one of the most quotable in the series. Like, you can't watch this film with me because I quote every single word. And I remember after watching this film, I probably spent about a week looking in the letterbox expecting mail from Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Sadly, I didn't get any, but I think it got lost in the mail. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. The DVDs might look the other way around on here because I'm doing it on my iPhone, but if it is, just, you know what they look like, so it's fine. I don't know why, but for me, the second one is probably the most scariest. It's just because it has a darker tone from the first one, and like the spiders and the snake stunning things. I mean, I loved it, but it scared me. Like, I think as a child it just creeped us out. I still love it though. You are going to hear me say love about these films throughout the whole video, just warning you now. And we get to see Dobby for the first time. I love Dobby, and I will be getting to him a little bit later. My favourite scene in the second one is the car scene when they were flying in the car. That was great. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I love this one because everything changes. The director changed, the actors got older, the ones got better, and the tone changed, it got much darker. For the third one, I loved the time travel aspect of it, and the time turner, that was really good. And the Prisoner of Azkaban, how he thought he was a villain, then he was not a villain. And the balloon, the ant who got really, really fat and like blew up in the air, that was really good. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Now, it isn't my favourite by any means, but I still thought it was great, plus we got Mad Eye Moody. But it is probably the most magical out of the series because we have Pegasuses, mermaids, and that Winter Ball was really magical as well. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Now, this is a 3D cover. Boom, 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 boom. And up until part 2 came out, it was my favourite out of the whole series. I love this because 1, we see awesome Death Eaters. 2, the battle between Dumbledore and Lord Voldemort. 3, Bellatrix Lestrange. 4, Luna Lovegood. She's probably my favourite out of the series. I just love how quirky she is. Just such a quirky character. It's so good. But yeah, I really do love this film. I think it's funny, but it's action-packed at the same time, which is just great. But just Bellatrix Lestrange. I would love to see a solo movie with just her. That would be so good. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. The one where Harry's hair is probably the weirdest. This is where everything started to get like more serious with the Horcruxes and that, and where they knew how to kill Voldemort. And my favourite scene in this film is where they're doing the potions, the liquid lock. That was a really funny scene, how Hermione was getting all stressed out and Harry was doing it perfectly. My favourite bit is when Harry drinks the liquid lock and he goes like really confident, and he's so funny. That's probably the funniest I've ever seen Daniel Radcliffe. He goes like. If you've seen the film, then you know what I mean. If you haven't, then you're probably going to think I'm crazy. But the saddest scene for me, and I think you're going to know this, but if you haven't, look, turn off now because it's a big, big spoiler, is when Snape killed Dumbledore. And after that, I thoroughly hated Snape. But after seeing part 2, we know why he did it. still, it was such a sad moment because I didn't read that book up until then, and that was probably the biggest shock ever because I never ever thought that Dumbledore was going to die. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. I know a lot of people don't like the Part 1, Part 2 things, but I really, really love it. I love seeing Part 1 and Part 2 stuff like Divergent Part 1, Part 2, Hunger Games Part 1, Part 2, Avengers Infinity War Part 1, Part 2. But I like it because I think it's just more films to see, and that just means the series is not over yet. But I think for Harry Potter, it was needed. But a lot of Part 1s can sometimes be boring, and this just totally wasn't the case. There wasn't that much action in it, but the non-actiony bits was just the best. Just really sweet moments when Harry and Hermione were dancing. I loved that bit. That wasn't in the book, but it was it had such an impact on us, and I loved that. I loved that scene so much, and I love the song as well. And it had some really intense scenes when they were running away from anything really, but you could really see the fear in their eyes, which I liked a lot. By the way, spoiler right now, at the end when Dobby died, that was probably the saddest thing in the whole series. Like, sadder than Cedric, sadder than Dumbledore. It was just so sad. I love the tale of the three brothers so much that I actually got the Tales of Beelzebub, the book, and it's probably one of my favourite books so far. I absolutely love it. I wish that they would do those books, those stories, in a Netflix show. That would be really great, with the Tale of the Three Brothers, the Wizard and the Hairy Heart, Babbly Rapply and the Cackling Stump, and one of my favourites, The Fountain of Fair Fortune. That was a really, really good story. If you haven't read it, I would definitely read it. It's very, very good. And last but not least, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's been a good 4 years since this film came out, and people are still talking about the Harry Potter franchise. Like, that is how much people love and respect the series. So, let's talk about Part 2. I can't explain in words how much I absolutely love this film, but I'm going to try. The Battle of Hogwarts was just like ripped out of the pages. That's how good it was. Really emotional and intense. I mean, seeing all your favourite characters just die was horrible. And when Harry died and met Dumbledore and he gave him loads of advice, and meeting him at King's Cross Station, that was great. And my favourite battle of the film was seeing Molly and Bella fighting. Who would have thought that Molly Weasley and Bellatrix Lestrange having a quarrel? It makes no sense, but it worked. And you know what? Molly was really good. I didn't expect how good she would be. I love the three. You know what? I'm going to call them the Holy Trinity. Ron, Harry and Hermione. They were just fantastic in the whole series. From the first to the last, they were amazing. But the best scene in the whole film, and one of the most emotional scenes of the series, was seeing them all grown up at King's Cross Station, putting all of their children onto the bus to Hogwarts. I mean, that was just like indescribable. If you're a fan like me, you know the feeling you got when you watched that scene. And I actually did cry at the end of Part 2 when you could see all the three and then the music came on. Really, really great scene. And I can't wait for the new installments. We have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them 1, 2, 3. And Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is going to be set in New York, which, you know what? It's the first time we're going to see American witches and wizards, which I'm excited about. I'm really curious on what they will be like. If they will be like the English wizards, if they'll have their whole different personality. Still waiting for just a first look, set photos, trailer, nothing. We haven't really heard that much from it. A lot of casting announcements, some great casting announcements. Eddie Redmayne plays Newt Scamander, and he's great. Yeah, but if anything comes up on that, I will let you know. But just before I go, just a little quick announcement that I'm not going to be doing movie talk anymore because, one, I don't think anyone really likes it. Two, there's already something called movie talk, which I did not know about, so I don't really want to be called copy it, so I am not doing movie talk anymore. I will just make a video on what I think about it, which, you know, it's much more easier. And The Cursed Child Part 1 and 2, which is about Harry after Part 2. It's about him being overworked or something, I'm not really sure. I will leave the official synopsis down below. But the weird thing about this is that you can either watch Part 1 and 2 on the same day, it's two separate shows, or you can go see one on different days, so you can see one on one day and one on the other day, which I think is quite cool. It's weird, but it's cool. Will I be going? Hopefully. I mean, it's in London. I live 6 hours away from London. I could go to London. For Harry Potter, I would cross oceans. But yeah, I really hope that it's good, and it's good enough for a movie deal. Then that's even greater. More Harry Potters. So that's my thoughts on the Harry Potter movie series. Please tell me what you think of Harry Potter down below. Do you love it? Do you like it? You can't hate it. I'm not even going to say do you hate it, because no one hates Harry Potter. It's the best thing of life. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Tell your friends about this video. Share it. Get them subscribers up. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.